to have a special guest who's going to share thoughts with us this evening, a true leader in the state of Ohio, someone who understands entrepreneurship and the importance of tech-driven innovation. Please help me welcome to the stage Ohio Lieutenant Governor Jon Husted.
Okay, VC Fest. All right. For all of you in the back, please grab something to drink and drink it quickly because you'll like my remarks better if you've had a couple of cocktails. But I know we have a lot of people in the room who are from Ohio, but we also have a lot of people in the room who are not from Ohio. So I hope you will permit me as the Lieutenant Governor to do a little Ohio commercial that I'd like to do. We consider ourselves the heart of it all in Ohio. That's our slogan. Ohio, the heart of it all. And the reason I say that is because there are lots of great states and there are a lot of great places around the world, but Ohio is the place where we make the things that people need to live and thrive every day across the globe. What I mean by that is from the food you eat, to the cars you drive, to the trucks that deliver it, to the airplanes that fly, and now the cloud that connects us all, and the chips that power our devices are all calling Ohio home. Some of these things we've had for a long time, some of them are new. But if you want to meaningfully contribute to the prosperity and thriving of the globe, Ohio's the place to be, because that's what we do. If you want to make movies, you can go do that somewhere else, even though we make a few of them here every once in a while, right, in Cleveland. But heck, they aren't even making movies in California right now because there's a strike, right? But we are also, but that's what I love about our state, okay? We do those things. And this is really taking off for those of you who are not from Ohio, since America has decided that it is important to our future that we build a domestic supply chain for the things that we need for our economic and national security. Ohio's economy is booming. We're getting billions and billions of dollars of capital investment so that we can domesticate the pharmaceutical supply chain, the chip supply chain, battery, solar supply chain, you name it. Those kinds of things are happening in our state. There are construction sites all over Ohio right now. But we are also the heart of innovation. And for those of you venture capitalists in there, this is the important part of the program. There's a lot of intellectual property that's being developed in this state. We have 3 innovation districts. One of them in Cleveland, one in Columbus, and one in Cincinnati. And they are doing amazing things in the healthcare spaces. In Cincinnati, which is home of the #1 rated children's hospital on the planet. There's some Cincinnati people here. They're doing amazing research at curing diseases that afflict children, from cancer to very rare diseases. And that IP is being developed. Cures are being delivered, but it's also creating a tremendous economic opportunity for the commercialization of those products and innovations. In Columbus, they're doing some amazing work at The Ohio State University and with Nationwide Children's, which is a top 5 children's hospital, and the James Cancer Research Institute, at developing gene and cell therapies, which now we're having companies from all over the country come to Columbus to do work and develop products and therapies around gene and cell work. And in Cleveland, we have some amazing healthcare institutions. I was just at Metro Health earlier today that has a high school on the hospital grounds where they're helping people, but we have the university hospitals and Cleveland Clinic partnered with Case and Cleveland State and other universities in the region doing work at the Innovation District there, a lot of it in virology. But the one thing that I just love about what's happening on the campus of the Cleveland Clinic is that the Cleveland Clinic, in cooperation with IBM, have the only privately held quantum computer on the planet that is doing healthcare research. And I talked to some of the IBM geniuses, I'll call them, I said, what is this going to be able to do? And they said, look, when we perfect it, it's going to solve unsolvable problems. It will be able to do computations that right now would take 10,000 years. It will be able to do them in a day, so that there are experimentations and problems and questions that you can ask that previously were unsolvable, which now will be. That's what's happening there. And the spin-offs that are going to come out of that, I think, are going to be amazing. It's going to change the way we think of human health care. And that's happening right here on the campus of the Cleveland Clinic. But it's not just in our big 3 cities that this is happening. In Dayton, Ohio, home of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, where some of the greatest innovation in aerospace is happening. The Dayton area is building an innovation hub around aerospace. And there are 35,000 people that work on the base at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. They've come up with all kinds of this autonomous aircraft technology. And lo and behold, Joby Aviation, who's making electric air taxis, essentially, just decided to build their manufacturing facility in Dayton. There's a testing facility there. They are going to build these air taxis. They're going to invest $500 million and manufacture 500 of these a year. That's happening in Dayton. In Toledo, which is known as the Glass City, they're doing work in sustainable and lower emission production of glass that gets to be used in all of these devices, gets to be used in solar, it's used in so many different things, and they have a cluster of companies that work on this and partnering with their universities, building a hub in that area. And then in Akron, just down the road, the home of so many tire companies over the years, the global headquarters for Goodyear, there is a team effort occurring there to build a hub of innovation with polymers, to figure out how we can break down those polymers in a very sustainable way, how we can make them in a more sustainable way, because they are so much a part of things that are part of our everyday lives. These are the investments in the IP that's being developed around our state, and it's working. Not only from new ventures, but we've had companies like Intel who are building chips here, making huge capital investments, Amazon, Google, Meta, and others, Microsoft, who are building the cloud of the Midwest in Ohio. I mentioned some of the other companies that are coming in the healthcare sector. We've had 53 companies move operations from the coast to Ohio in the last 4 years. And it's pretty good reason why. There is a lot of innovation there too. But if you want to make things, if you want to build that company out, this is the place to do it, because we not only have the talent and the know-how, but the supply chain and a friendly business environment that will make your dollars go further. And you can start a business here and grow it here for a lot less than you can do it in those places, and that's why more and more of those businesses are choosing Ohio, and we're building the talent. Look, we have a site, Jobs Ohio, who's doing a great job, called findyourohio.com, where we're recruiting former Ohioans back to Ohio, people that used to work here, people that went to high school here, maybe people that went to college here, to recruit that talent supply chain to support all of this. Because literally, right now, we have the lowest unemployment rate and the most jobs in Ohio's history. And that's before any of these companies bring people from around the globe and from around the country to work here at these new facilities that are being built. And we're very good at growing our own talent. We have record enrollment at our career centers where people can graduate on Saturday and go to work on Monday. 10,000 more students enrolled to become welders, robotics technicians, cybersecurity specialists, all graduating right out of high school. And then we also have lifelong learning with our Tech Cred program that allows any company can pick an employee, identify what in-demand tech credential they want them to earn, and we will pay for them to earn that. And that's lifelong. Every other month, you can earn a new credential, and we'll fund it because we know that the nature of the world, the nature of work is changing, and we have to evolve our population and your workforce to be able to do it. We literally, from high school all the way through retirement, will help you upgrade your skills to build the workforce that everybody needs. And on the IP side, we've made it easier to get our IP out of our colleges and universities with the Ohio IP Promise, which is literally one page, front and back, a term sheet for how you can commercialize your intellectual property. We have all of our public universities and 2 private universities, including the University of Dayton, which is represented out here by the students who have an investment fund. Go Flyers, there you are. And those things are happening in our state. But I want to close on this. We've got a lot of companies that are moving here. We've got a lot of companies who've been here, like Sherwin-Williams, who's in Cleveland, who's building a new research and development facility here. It's been here for a long time. They're re-upping. Their future is going to be here. We're continuing to see these new capital investments and growth, and we have a great environment for innovation. But the one thing that I know of, that we are not where we need to be with, and we had a great conversation upstairs a little bit ago, is with enough venture capital to invest in all these people and all these great innovations. And just like everything else we do in Ohio, I say this to you, as the lieutenant governor, I know the governor would back me up on this. We're going to make an effort to fix that. And you're all invited to participate. We want to hear what you need. We want your voices at the table. And we're going to bring more venture capital to this state so that we can take all of these great things that are happening, invest in companies that can be part of the supply chain solution, invest in companies that are going to take all of this intellectual property that's being generated from all those things I discussed and turn them into businesses that are right here in Ohio who create jobs and a brighter future and are going to power the things in the next generation that the world needs to live and thrive, which is what I said we were all about from the very beginning. So we look forward to working with you, and I hope you'll have some great ideas to bring to me after you get done with your conversations over the next few days. Thanks, JumpStart, for doing this. Thanks, Jobs Ohio, for what you're doing, and let's hope you have a great event. Thanks.